It's true.
Yes. Well,
No,
at
it's been a good. It's
at
been
least that's what the scoreboard
It's been a
indicates.
good game. Mass Maelstrom doing a pretty nice job of outskirting and outscooting and footwork, speed, all that kind of stuff, and getting around as many of the big blocks as they can. Puget Sound doing what they do well, and that is dropping people hard. And we've seen a couple of these guys go down, and you could tell that from the looks on their faces and their eyes that that might have been a little harder than they were used to. And but that's the way that Puget Sound can play, and obviously a much physically larger team as a team.
We're going to
although Jack Hammered, is like two people.
Oh, nice shutout on Scott Slamilton 10.0. However, in the front, you have Hollywood
Striker.
working with Bonus Jonas on striker.
Yeah, Bonus Jonas, we have determined is the fourth Jonas brother.
Huge takedown on Mike Pathick Chiller, 40 ounce at the back. Rotten Tail indicating that he believes that he knocked out Scott Slamilton. Scott Slamilton does incur a minor cutting the track penalty. Oh!
And it doesn't really matter what Cottontail thinks. It's what the ref sees.
Absolutely. And a nice little move at the end by Ryrod as...
yes. See, I've actually done something like that, like a wild spin, but not on purpose.
And not on roller skates. Or have you done it on roller
skates?
skates?
I have, yeah.
Oh, yes.
I probably didn't land like that, though.
It all ended badly.
Yeah, when everybody looks at you with concern, that's a whole different thing than what he just did.
Immediate second whistle, forcing that no pack as everybody takes a knee.
Jack Hammered actually going to be out there jamming again. The big man, very fast and fairly agile, but Corey Payne able to run him out of bounds. And I think that's really Jack Hammered's biggest, it was a no pack.
Whoa!
He had backed up far enough that he was outside the zone of engagement, or it was a no pack, so Jack Hammered was able to step back in. And
stand aside is through on his non-scoring pass. Jack Hammered pulls through for 5 points to put on the scoreboard for Massachusetts, and it's now 75-74. And here comes Jack Hammered on a scoring pass. There's a wide open lane on the outside, and
what a nice job of sealing the inside, though, by Mass Maelstrom. They totally had the block sealed to the inside, giving Jack Hammered all sorts of room to get through.
4 points on the scoreboard now for Stanisek. Jack Hammered again with just...
And that was just a matter of track awareness or lack of.
Well, and you have a whole repertoire of skaters sitting in the penalty box now. Mo Diesel has been released to join Quadzilla, but he was...
the big man! I tell you, he's not always under control when he does this stuff, but he stays on his feet most of the time.
I certainly would consider him for most valuable player here today, I believe. Quadzilla going to try to...
Quadzilla's going to be out of play.
Or out of play, pardon me.
Well, Quadzilla and his pack mates not on the same page there. Quadzilla thinking they were going to scoot up with him. They scoot back and put him in a situation you can't touch him.
Corey Payne, Mo Diesel, Quadzilla working in the pack, and stand aside through for another 4 points. Jack Hammer getting shoved to the inside by Corey Payne. Once again, the pivot for the Outcasts, and Jack Hammer actually
shook the ground.
No, but he's wincing, and he was struggling to get back.
He's back up, and that's really the one. That's really the one thing that has been noticeably an issue with Jack Hammered when he's out there like that. He's very stable at slow speeds, and he's agile enough that for his size, when he's cruising and not touched, he can spin and do what he needs to do, but once in a while they catch him. He doesn't have tremendous balance at top speed, and when you're a man that's as big and strong as he is, you're going to hit the ground pretty hard, and when you land on your knees, that's bad news.
Hollywood's going to pull through. Oh no, he's going to get a forearm minor. Major or lead jammer position goes to West Turn.
And it was kind of weird. West Turn looked up at him like, this looks like, why'd you do that? Well, because
I didn't want you to score.
Yeah.
I'm going to take you down.
Yeah. I don't know. That was kind of funny.
Ryrod last minute addition there.
No. Big deal. Let's make it no big deal. And
I thought we determined he is a big deal.
He is.
So let's make a big deal.
Yeah, well, he's underselling himself.
Corey Payne is dying to start here for the Outcasts. He's going to try to push through Stryker and Mitochondria. Nice help there by Scott Slamilton as Stryker tries to pull out in front of him. And Corey Payne hit checks Stryker, and he picks up lead jammer status. And, you know, at the end of the Magic City Misfits yesterday, Corey Payne racked up the points to bring it within 38, and they've been down by 100. So Corey Payne, you know, he's a go-to guy for the Outcasts, and he just gets in there, and he puts it all together. 5 more points on the board for the Outcasts.
That was okay. Now Corey Payne had tried to call off the jam, and the jammer kind of looked him off, and then he didn't think he could, but they're pointing at him, so he goes through again. Deep
Insider headed to the penalty box for Mass Maelstrom, and Mitochondria trying to get out in front of Scotty Slamilton. Huge hit by Speeder Parker. Speeder Parker then, wow.
And Stryker going to be sent off for his 4th minor.
And Corey Payne getting recycled, and, you know, no big deal now going up to the back of the pack.
No big deal being assessed a minor forearm.
Well, that was a curious strategy there on behalf of Corey Payne. The scoreboard currently reads Mass Maelstrom 107, 87 Puget Sound Outcasts. And I'm perplexed, I guess, is what I'm saying. Perplexed. However, some penalties being assigned to Stryker. He's sitting in the penalty box.
And but we are off and running as Hollywood Chuck Henrik is off to the races.
Mitochondria pulling up the back of the pack with Rotten Tail and Speeder Parker. Hollywood going to skirt around to the right with nice assist there by Thunderstruck number 11, and he just leans on through to pick up a grand slam for the Outcasts, bringing them to 101. And there was a point roll reversal here, so now we have the Outcasts at 101, Mass at 97.
Oh, Henrik does a nice job getting around the outside as Speeder Parker. He fakes it to the inside, goes outside, they bite, and it was just enough time because he came in full speed.
And Speeder Parker, the pivot now headed to the penalty box. There is room as both blockers that were sitting in the penalty box were standing up for their 10 seconds. However, a penalty being assigned to speed dealer number 53. He sits in the penalty box.
Hollywood is just...
Hollywood?
He is. And that's why we love him.
We now have 110 points for the Puget Sound Outcasts. Mass Maelstrom at 97, 22 minutes, 51 seconds left in the period, and everyone's clustered in the center of the track.
Yeah, a little discussion going on. Looks like right now they're going to try to make sure that they've got the penalty situation straight.
Well, when I dream of designing my skates,
what do you dream of?
I dream of Rydell's exclusive Color Lab custom color program at roller.rydellskates.com.
There you go. Me, I don't dream that much, but I do believe that Green Monster Roller Sports. I do believe in them because I know that if you are skating on crap, it didn't come from them.
Well said.
I know. I don't write them, I just read them.
That's right. Mitochondria was going to head to the track, but it seems like he has, 3 minors.
Oh, nice.
Hey. I do call women's flat track roller derby from time to time.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah.
And, of course, I hope that all my new Canadian friends are watching this. Some of the Canadian men's teams that have formed up there.
Quadzilla pulling full through quickly to take lead jumper stats. Number 23 for the Puget Sound Outcasts is going to run into West Turn, and number 775 Deep Insider.
Oh my! As Quadzilla tries to stay in bounds.
He's going to get a no pass, no penalty. Picks up 4 points. Oh, oh dear. Jackhammered headed to the penalty box. He was the jammer for Mass Maelstrom. This is a power jam in favor of Quadzilla from the Outcasts. Jukes to the left, and he does some fancy footwork there around Striker. Striker deep insider and West Turn in the pack for Mass, while Rattleack, Corey Payne, and Thunderstruck in the pack on behalf of the Outcasts. Corey Payne trying to create some room there. Quadzilla then going to the left around deep insider.
And I tell you, that was a nice job by Corey Payne. He just shook it up a little bit, and that's all Quadzilla needed to kind of cut back and forth through there. And Quadzilla up into the pack again. Oh, nice spin move through the front 3 wall. And
5 points.
And he's happy with that. He'll take it, call it off.
21 minutes, 26 seconds left on the period clock. 122 for the Outcasts. Mass Maelstrom at 97 points. And the Outcasts coming into the second half, just bringing it all here.
They're bringing it.
No pack. Immediate second whistle. Stand aside, going to go in. He actually hits his own skater.
Gino starts laughing.
Gino laughs. Nice shutout on Ryrod by Rottentail. Ryrod then able to power himself through. Mike Pethick Chiller.
And Striker not going to be able to get enough leverage on him as Ryrod is going to be able to get through. Ryrod, yeah, you're right.
Oh, my.
Oh, Jack Hammered living up to his name.
Whoa.
He didn't knock him out. Who's that? He just went right through. Was that Striker?
He went through like a whirlwind.
He went through one of his own guys or somebody. My goodness.
And we have 20 minutes, 15 seconds left on the second period clock. Puget Sound Outcasts at 129. Mass Maelstrom at 97. Quadzilla, Scott Slamilton, Corey Payne, and Cougar Bait in the pack for the Outcasts with Speed Dealer as their jammer. Illegal procedure.
Yeah, they started out from a knee, then they got up and they rushed the jam line.
Rottentail, Burt Reynolds, and Speeder Parker working in the pack there for Maelstrom as Speed Dealer pulls around number 8, Burt Reynolds.
Oh, man, I can't believe that how fast he is.
Wrench was sitting. He just remained on a knee, taking himself out of play, and then
he's going to go backwards.
Counterclockwise to go back.
That's
okay.
It is okay. It still scares the crap out of me, though.
Speed Dealer looking for a window there. He's going to power himself, and he's taken down.
I don't know. It's just he's just dragging Maelstrom players.
Whoa!
Yep, that was Wrench. He throws his backside into him, almost took him down. But Speed Dealer literally leaving the floor littered with Maelstrom players who are trying to take him down.
Wrench actually picked up a low block for that, and that was a 4th minor, and as soon as that was realized, he is now headed to the penalty box. That's number 24, Wrench.
Rottentail able to knock Speed Dealer out into the inside of the track. He's going to have to come to the back again.
Nice move by Quadzilla as he takes out Rottentail and pushes him into the infield. Speed Dealer going to make it through on another scoring pass, puts hands to his hips, and he is assessed 4 points for a no pass, no penalty. That's going to bring the Puget Sound Outcasts to, well, it currently says 143. Mass Maelstrom 97. 18 minutes, 16 seconds left on the second period.
So Puget's starting to open this up a little bit. A little reminiscent of the game that they played at the end of the day yesterday, actually. Was that in Portland?
No.
Or
you mean the Outcasts played their last game against Dallas Deception.
Sorry, against Dallas, which was kind of close at the beginning, and they opened it up towards the end. In the meantime, we're going to see Thunderstruck get through.
Rattleack working the front of the pack. Hollywood 24/7 going to move up, try to stay in front of Striker or get in front of Striker. Striker pulls through on his non-scoring pass as Thunderstruck re-enters the pack. Whoa, bodies are flying everywhere.
Yeah, Thunderstruck trying to get through on his first scoring pass. He's able to do it. And he gets down so low. You couldn't hear him.
And no pass, no penalty. Picks 3 points up. And it wasn't worth it on that pass because Stryker pulls through for 4 points of his own. Thunderstruck going to go through again.
And he's not.
And 4 more points.
Good.
And Radillac and Hollywood.
Now, did they lose the jammer? Oh, no, there he is.
He's there.
Stryker's
there.
Excuse me.
Thunderstruck getting around Burt Reynolds, and then, Mike Pathick Chiller.
Well, apparently Thunderstruck was just given the green light, and they just said go. And it worked. It certainly worked to their advantage, as Thunderstruck is going to end up putting, about 3 Grand Slams in there?
Well, interestingly enough, Mass Maelstrom did put points on the scoreboard. They're now sitting at 103. Yeah. And Thunderstruck brought the score up to 150 for the Outcasts. It did work, and he was paying close attention to his coach, and Eric was giving him the
green light. Yeah, because obviously you're not going to see that too often unless the coach tells you to go for it. And I think signs that Puget Sound is maybe just looking to try to put this one away if they can.
Western headed to the penalty box. This is a power jam in favor of Ryrod, number 14. He's going to skirt around Jack Hammered as he's forced to allow him to go. Jack Hammered and Belgian Awful, the 2 blockers on the track for Mass Maelstrom. Speed Dealer, Gino Guerrero, and Corey Payne in the pack for the Outcasts.
An awkward fall as Ryrod goes around number 812. That's going to be Belgian Awful. You won't find him at the International House of Pancakes, by the way. And I think in spinning, trying to stay with him, just fell over.
Mitochondria now back in pack play. The pivot for Mass Maelstrom. Beautiful lateral movement by Ryrod. He was going on the outside and just gracefully went to the inside to pull around the last line of defense for the Maelstrom.
Yeah, the thing I really like about Ryrod is, obviously he's very fast. He's got great footwork and lateral movement, but he's that kind of guy that, he's like the human can opener. He's kind of got that shoulder he can put in between 2 guys in a wall and get through there pretty quickly. And he never really slows. He's one of those jammers that's pretty much puts his pedal puts the pedal to the metal every time, and maneuvers himself through the pack at that speed.
Rotten Tail is joining his jammer West Turn in the penalty box as we get this jam started. The Outcast's going to send in Scott Slamilton 10.0, and he gets an assist on the outside from Quadzilla. Stryker tries to go in and take on Scott Slamilton and shut him down. Yeah,
Stryker missing on that, which was a good thing because that was not going to end well.
Nice move by Scott Slamilton around Jack Hammered. Jack Hammered, Mitochondria, and Stryker in the pack for the Mass Maelstrom, and we do have Western back in the pack. Scott Slamilton just says, you know what?
Yeah, what the heck.
14 minutes, 3 seconds left in the second period. 172 Outcasts, 103 Massachusetts.
And the one thing that's been fun about this bout is that it's just kept going. We've had a lot of timeouts throughout the weekend. As much as we've seen a lot of great play, these guys play with a speed and voraciousness at times that is very hard to sort out. We've seen a lot of we've seen a great ref crew, but it's taken a lot of timeouts. It's a lot of official timeouts to keep things straight. But this game has just kept motoring.
Cougar Bait number 27 puts 5 points on the scoreboard for the Outcast. Corey Payne just was manhandling No Big Deal.
Well, that's a big deal. Thunderstruck. I wasn't quite sure if he was looking up at the refs or trying to figure out where No Big Deal went. He was just here.
Cougar Bay pulls through for 4 more points to put on the scoreboard for the Outcast. Outcast at 181, Mass Maelstrom at 103, 12 minutes, 48 seconds left on the second period clock. And there must have been some...
Speeder Parker, not a happy man.
There must have been some conversation in the locker room on behalf of the Outcasts as things seemed to change once they re-entered in the
well,
second period.
again, like we saw them play against Dallas, second half was a whole different story than the first half. It was kind of like, fellas, let's just put this away. And Peter Parker wasn't happy. And I have to think, as we see Stryker get through there for a lead jam, Speed Dealer coming through the pack now. But I have to think that the physical pounding is probably not something that they're quite accustomed to. And Stryker's going to call it off. He's going to get 2 points. Very strange angle in which to count fingers.
It is a very, because we're looking directly
down the front stretch.
Yes.
We're looking at the front of the skaters, not the back. So we have thus submitted a request that all numbers be put on the front.
As well.
Yes. I'm sure they'll be right on there.
Immediate second whistle, releasing the jammers. It's going to work out well, I thought it was going to work out perfectly for Wes Term, but Radillac and Scott Slamilton moving to the front with Bonus Jonas. Quadzilla now looking for an opportunity to go around.
And wow, Quadzilla, I lost him totally in the pack, and he came shooting out of bounds.
Well, Jackhammer went in and just laid it into him, and Quadzilla just went flying.
Jackhammer might be a guy who lives up to his name more than anybody else we've ever seen.
Wow.
Yeah. You know, and you got to give Maelstrom a lot of credit. I mean, they are fearless when it comes to, they don't care who they play. They're taking a pretty good beating here that I really do believe that they are not used to, but still unafraid. And Jackhammer from Sunday laying on the floor between turns 3 and 4.
That is Jackhammer.
As the crowd cheers, I think they will.
Scott Slamilton in the penalty box, but right at the end, Quadzilla is called to the penalty box. Mass Maelstrom is going to be in a power jam as long as everything stands as it is right now. We are going to have an official timeout. I'm going to check.
As they take a look at that situation, we just want to thank Vanilla Derby, always striving to exceed your expectations. Now available with upgraded Italian rudder.
10 minutes, 2 seconds currently on the period clock as we are in an official timeout. The Outcasts, as it stands, at 182, Mass Maelstrom at 105. We are going to start in a power jam in favor of Mass Maelstrom. They are going to field Stryker.
And now they are looking in turn 1 to see if there's some sweater condensation or something.
And we are now high definition indicates to mistrial that everything has been worked out. It's copacetic.
Everybody agrees. Nobody's arguing.
Corey Payne, Ryrod, and Speed Dealer.
They signed a treaty.
In the pack for the Outcasts. Stryker going to run into Corey Payne. Corey Payne and Stryker both hitting the floor.
Yeah, Stryker standing way too straight up when he makes contact there, falls backwards.
Oh.
I think that was Chuck.
That was Corey Payne.
Was that Corey that got him?
Yep. Speed Dealer, Ryrod, Corey Payne, Ryrod and Speed Dealer holding the front. Corey Payne just dealing out some severe hits, takes on mitochondria and deep insider, then recycles to the front as Speed Dealer then knocks out Stryker on the far straightaway.
Yeah, and the jammers from Mass Maelstrom, as this thing wears down, so have they.
Corey Payne with a huge hip check there on Stryker, but nice maneuvering by Rottentail as he gets in.
And then Corey Payne comes through 3 guys like he just squirted out. What was that? That's what I mean, he's a can opener.
He's a force of nature, Corey Payne. And Stryker is through, takes lead jammer status.
Quadzilla out of the box and putting the putting up the speed. Strikers gonna get by Scott Slamilton, hit it and quit it.
We're gonna get Rottentail going to the penalty box, assigned a penalty for hitting after the whistle.
Yeah, once they hit 4 whistles, they prefer you stop.
Jackhammered Mitochondria in the pack for Mass Maelstrom. There's currently at 107, Outcasts at 182. Both jammers now in play. Cougar Bait number 27 utilized as the jammer here for the Outcasts. Going up again.
Oh, nice duck under by No Big Deal.
There you go.
Is that Chuck that tried to put the hit on him?
Chuck just put a hit on Jackhammered to the infield.
Yeah, you have a feeling Chuck's been waiting for that.
That could potentially be the case.
Chuck likes to hit people, and he's good at it.
Well, then, good thing he
Plays
skates roller derby.
Yeah, no, I could see where it fits his personality perfectly.
Striker in once again as the jammer for Mass Maelstrom, with Thunderstruck number 11 for the Outcasts, Speed Dealer and Scott Slamilton in the pack for the Outcasts. Mass Maelstrom and a pack advantage as they have 3 on 2.
And Speed Dealer going to run Striker to the outside of the first turn. He's going to have to send himself to the back, come back in. Thunderstruck working it up front, stays on 1 foot. And Thunderstruck is going to get through the pack first. He's going to be your lead jammer.
We're going to have an elbow penalty called, assessed on Speed Dealer. He's headed to the penalty box, but there is no one currently standing up.
Oh, Thunderstruck, I tell you, bunch of hits. Then looked like he was going to get through, kind of fell. He just fell into a pile of, oh my goodness. Both of them losing their footing at the same time. Right out of the back straight.
A low block major called on.
The back straight just suddenly was littered with bodies, and one of the Maelstrom skaters definitely just totally lost their footing back there.
So it was Burt Reynolds assigned that penalty. He's sitting in the penalty box.
He should be served a penalty for smoking the Bandit 2 for crying out loud. That should be 18 minutes at least.
Striker through for 4 points. Thunderstruck going through on another scoring pass as Corey Payne tried to clear the way. Thunderstruck keeps just going, so 4 more points, just matching the points. There's 4 more for Striker. Corey Payne, Rattleack now released from the box. Speed Dealer now can spend his minute in the penalty box. 3 while in backup. Rottentail, Jackhammered, and Speeder Parker. Striker trying to get around Corey Payne.
And I tell you, Thunderstruck doing a nice job this second half. It seems like the more they play, oh, nice. Nice shoulder hit by Thunderstruck to get himself through. Jackhammer just gets a hold of him. Does he cut? Apparently he does. Yep.
He got a forearm penalty.
Huh. I think he's trying to protect himself.
Corey Payne with a huge takedown on Striker to the infield. Corey Payne is going to be assigned a penalty, and
that could be in the jam.
Yes. So Corey Payne now sitting in the penalty box. Thunderstruck sitting in the penalty box, and Speed Dealer sitting in the penalty box. So that leaves Quadzilla and Ryrod on the track. That was easy.
Yeah.
So 4 on 2 pack advantage, obvious jammer advantage for Mass Maelstrom.
But other than that. Yeah.
I don't see
it's pretty equal.
They want to get that jam started immediately to take advantage of the numbers. Quadzilla with a huge take to the infield on West Turn. West Turn now going to confront Ryrod.
Oh, that is a heck of a duck under right there. I mean, the man's nose is about 2 inches off the ground when he goes down like that. Turns a little sideways. Looked like he was going to cut through easily, but Quadzilla able to stay with him. And Ryrod able to get out front and badger him some more. And he forces him into a track cut. Oh, and he's not happy.
That's going to release Thunderstruck, reversing the power jam roll. 3 minutes and 58 seconds left on the first period clock. Speed Dealer moving to the back to pack. Ryrod just sort of hanging out on the outer edge. Quadzilla with a nice hit there on Speeder Parker.
Thunderstruck end is driven down on the ground, the third turn. And he stays on his feet, he keeps plowing forward, he's through. Oh, we got somebody down. From this vantage point, I can't even tell who it is or what team.
I'm presumptuous in assuming that it's potentially a skater from Mass Maelstrom, as
the one when Thunderstruck, the two of them made contact as he fired through there. I'm thinking that's the player would have been. But right between turns 3 and 4, medical staff there right away.
Mass Maelstrom coming in, skating a shorter roster to begin with 13 skaters, as Zed not skating this time.
Yeah, Zed out from earlier in the tournament. We're hoping, well, they've got him sitting up. We can't tell from here exactly what they're doing. It looks like they're unlacing his skates, though. It's gonna be
Speeder Parker.
Yeah. And he's hopping off. Probably a tender knee.
Yeah, he's hopping off on his left foot, so.
Looks like probably right knee, right ankle. Oh, you hate to see that stuff.
Especially with 3 minutes and 26 seconds left.
Yeah.
I mean, you never want to see it at all.
Yeah.
But it's also a hit with such a strong component of the team when then they are, not able to participate for those crucial minutes.
Well, and Mass Maelstrom right now with 119 points. They are down to Puget, who is just about to hit the 200-point mark at 197. We've got 3 minutes, 21 seconds left. And there you see Stand Aside working his way through the front of the pack.
Trying to get around Jack Hammered. Nice. A hole created by Mo Diesel, 67, for the Outcasts for Stand Aside to pick up lead gemmer status. Radillac working in the front of the pack. Jack Hammered and Radillac sort of going at a tussle there. Stand Aside doing a nice juke to the left.
Yeah, that was very nicely done.
It's 5 more points on the scoreboard. That does bring Puget Sound Outcasts past the 200 mark. West turned through on his initial pass. Jack Hammered, Mycopathic Killer working in the pack there with Stryker for Mass Maelstrom.
And that's going to get called off. That jam is done. And we're going to see the next lineups come out.
Well, that's definitely going to be a Ryrod star on helmet cover.
Yeah, he's got Gino Evil out there with him, as well as Quadzilla.
No Big Deal will be jamming for Mass Maelstrom. In the pack will be Mitochondria, Deep Insider, and Rotten Tail.
Oh, right through there, just like somebody stamped on a packet of ketchup.
No Big Deal. Gets through, does not pick up lead jammer. He incurred a minor track cut. Ryrod trying to get around Mitochondria and Rotten Tail on the inside. He then pulls back to sort of assess the situation. Rotten Tail and Mitochondria just maintaining that position. Nice movement back by Deep Insider. Oh, No Big Deal running into Gino Guerrero and Quadzilla.
Yeah, that's a tough twosome to move.
And Corey Payne was filling out that compliment as he was just right at the head of the trifecta there. Corey Payne trying to bridge the pack. Corey Payne is going to be assessed a blocking out a play penalty major. He was way past the zone of engagement.
Well, sometimes maybe you thought it was yards. There's always those conversion issues. And No Big Deal coming up on the backside of the pack. Right there, Quadzilla going to turn him sideways, force him out of bounds. He and Gino Guerrero in a stare down.
Mitochondria yelling to his teammates there.
And no big deal's off to the races. He's finally going to get through. That's going to be 5. They call that a grand slam in some areas of the world.
Well, then I could get a Belgian offal at Denny's.
There you go.
There
you go.
Ryrod pulling through for 4 more points. We are going to have Deep Insider headed to the penalty box for Mass Maelstrom. Wrench going in for a hit on Guerrero. Guerrero getting trapped by Rotten Sounds Mitochondria at the back. He finally pushes his way through. We have 5 more points on the scoreboard for No Big Deal, 508. We have 4 points on the scoreboard for Ryrod, number 14 for the Outcasts. And the period clock looks to be over, but did they get the team timeout soon enough to ensure a final jam? It looks like everybody's lining up as if that is the case.
So timeout up by the Maelstrom is pulled off just moments before the period clock comes to a close. It is actually, at least according to our scoreboard, it is actually expired. So we will get one last jam out of this.
Goodness, so they are calculating, and Mass Maelstrom, Jammer, Striker looking to the crowd for some support, and he eggs them on, and they definitely respond. And
that's right. They put 3 seconds back up on the clock, and Striker, of course, egging the crowd on for an 80-point jam.
That would be historic.
That would be probably illegal.
Radillac, Biggie Talls working the inside line with Chuck Hendrick. Cougar Bay just gets forced out by Jack Hammered. Whoa!
Veronica Ake takes a pretty nice hit. She's just outside reffing.
Rotten Tail knocks out Cougar Bait, number 27. Jack Hammer then moves back, and Jack Hammer skates forward, try to get out in front of Cougar Bait, but we do have Striker 13-37, lead jammer for the Mass Maelstrom.
Cougar Bait not far behind is Biggie Tall. Well, I tell you, the big lineup right there is going to put up a 3-wall, and that shuts Striker down to a crawl.
Oh, yikes. Biggie Tall taking a huge fall there. 5 points on the scoreboard for Cougar Bait, number 27, and Striker with 4 more points on the scoreboard. That will be the end of the second half.
And the end of the game.
Yes, that's right. Currently the scoreboard reading 221, Puget Sound Outcasts. Mass Maelstrom at 137 points. Yep. They are going to go into 6th place. Puget Sound Outcasts hold on to that 5th place standing as we go into the rest of the day, looking for the 1 through 4 spots.
Yep, absolutely. In fact, the 3-4 game coming up immediately following between the Misfits and the New York Shock Exchange. And my goodness, their matchup last year is one of my top 5 bouts of all time. So I don't think you want to miss this. So those are 2 teams that don't seem to be particularly fond of each other. Then you're going to see the championships immediately after that. It's at approximately 7 o'clock. That's going to be the Gatekeepers up against Your Mom Roller Derby from Des Moines, Iowa.
I was there earlier in the season.
I was not. But we want to thank you for tuning in. Glad you're watching on DNN. We're probably going to have about
an hour or so.
Yep, about a half hour between bouts here. I am Bob Knox. She is Ms. Spider. It's been our pleasure to bring to you Mass Maelstrom versus the Puget Sound Outcasts. As you see everybody slapping hands and congratulating each other. Stay tuned, because if you think what you've seen so far is exciting, it just gets much more so in a very little bit.